everybody, it's Marvina. Welcome to my mini angel Q&A. Today in my video, I'm going to talk about one of the ways that you can open up your heart center and activate more compassion and love. And that's one of the questions that came up in my Facebook feed is what can the average person do to help turn the tide of negative events that are going on right now. So that is one of the things that the Dalai Lama was talking about in his message not too long ago, is the most important thing that the everyday average person can do is to activate more love and more compassion and to do their healing work. And there are so many different ways that we can do this, but just by activating our heart center and doing all of the work that needs to be done on that center. And what I'm talking about are the 33 petals that are on the heart chakra. And as we work through the lesson, each one of those petals contains a challenge. And so the challenge is like a lesson. And we have to engage with that challenge, and we have to move through it and win it in order for us to sort of check that one off and be able to activate that petal. And as that petal opens up, it's like our heart center begins to wake up, begins to activate. And when people are around us, they will feel more love. They will just intuitively be drawn into your space. Children and animals in particular, they will be drawn to you and they'll want to be in your energy field because your heart chakra is activated, or it is in the process of activating. Some of the challenges that are, or the lessons that are contained in those petals, are really hard ones. And so many times our ego gets caught up in these different little issues, and it thinks that that if we are to love that person, or maybe to forgive that person or that situation, that we might be giving our power away, or that we're not making the stance that we want to make, or the statement that we feel like needs to be made in light of the relationship, or maybe some of the things that they challenged you with, or the ways that they might have been treating you. You may feel like you have like lost face, or that you've lost the upper hand within that relationship if you are to forgive them, and if you were to choose to be compassionate to whatever chaos they have caught themselves up in, and that you are in that frame of unconditional love and live and let live, no matter how you choose to react to me. It is a challenge for all of us. For the most part, I mean, there are very few perfect people that have walked in physical bodies. There are some that were able to engage with these challenges and just waltz right through them and be able to see them for what they are. And those are like highly evolved master teachers, like Jesus comes to mind, Mother Mary, Saint Teresa. So there are quite a few that have been able to overcome that. For most of us, these average souls that are just doing the best that we can, it is difficult for us to see past the illusions of what's going on. That is where your own angels can get on board, and they can help you to maybe get a little bit of insight. And sometimes all it takes is just one really little idea or an insight about that person's character, or maybe even other lifetime experiences, or where they're coming from, or what might be driving them, or what might have kind of set the tone or the stage for their behavior. And just that little bitty piece is enough to kind of help you look at things differently and maybe behave differently and in a better way, from a higher place of spiritual maturity. That's what we're looking for. It is way easier said than actually done. I know this from my own experience, but I have to tell you that what works for me is just to do my best to take time every day somewhere. And I have a couple of places that are particularly powerful for me to meditate. I really like to meditate outside in my garden. That's probably one of my favorite places. But I have a couple of other meditation places. But just have a place that you can go to kind of send out to the universe, to the Holy Spirit, whatever's on your mind about whatever aggravation or challenge, or what it is that you're worried about, and they can help to give you a little bit of an idea of how you can move forward in a good way. They can't just like spill the beans and tell you, oh, well, here's what's going on. And because if they were to do that, then we wouldn't have, it's like this experience would be moot if they are to tell us like all of the secrets and all of the lessons and why, and what we're supposed to do. We have to kind of earn our way through this maze and this soul journey. And when we get to the other side and we've been able to see the challenges and handle them with a really high place of integrity and impeccability, then we get so much more of a gain because of the way we lived our life here. But all of those chakras on your heart petal contain little challenges, and sometimes they will hit you out of the blue, because it will be someone that you really love, and they really challenge you to stay in your heart center and to show compassion and to show love, even if you may not be sure that they deserve it. Or that, and sometimes the case might be for you to forgive yourself and to show compassion for yourself and where you are or were when you made choices that you made. So there's a lot of times where we have to forgive ourselves, and that might be the hardest thing. But anyhow, I hope that you've enjoyed this little mini angel Q&A today. And if you would like to have more ideas about how you can create a stronger connection to your own guides, angels, and teachers, and for whatever purpose it is, whether it's for protection, whether it's insight about your soul journey, or how you can continue to navigate on your highest path and purpose, it's always good to have a connection to your team, and so that you can go to them and just have that relationship, and they can get on board and help you to do what needs to be done, so that you can move through this life in a beauty way from a great place of integrity and impeccability. So be sure and sign up for my Angel Connection ebook, because I have a lot of tips on how you can do all of that in there. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.